Welcome, everybody. My name is Mike Obay, National Consultant with Ambit Energy. I just want to first thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come on here and look at a company presentation with Ambit Energy. Before I get started, I just want to tell you briefly a little bit about myself, really how I found out about Ambit and really why I started my Ambit business. I've been with the company now 6.5 years, and 6.5 years ago, I definitely was not looking for anything different in my life. Why? I was working about 100 to 110 hours a week. What was I doing? I owned and operated 3 ice cream franchises. I managed all of them myself. I had a mortgage company, credit company, construction company, a couple dozen rental properties, and a 1-year-old child and a 2-year-old child that I never had a chance to really see because my businesses just took up so much time out of my life. So you're probably agreeing why I wasn't looking for something. But 6 years ago, my best friend called me up on the phone, told me that him and his wife were considering starting a business called Ambit. And before they got started, they wanted to get my opinion and my advice as a best friend, as a business owner, if they should consider it. I sat down, looked at a similar presentation to like you're going to see in a moment, and I sat there taking notes, thinking I'm going to give my friend advice. And when I seen this presentation, not only did I encourage my friend to get started, but I said I'm going to get started as well. Now, I didn't have much time to do it because I was working 100, 110 hours a week. But the opportunity that you're going to see in a moment was too good to let me pass by. So I decided to get started. I put about 3 to 5 hours a week in. I knew nothing about the energy business. I was actually a very quiet, shy person. Never did sales before. I was just a hard-working, more of a numbers guy than a salesperson. But because Ambit had a system in place, I started this business a few hours a week. Got great training from a lot of mentors in the business who taught me, and my business just kept growing and growing and growing. After doing Ambit a few years part-time, I decided to put more of an effort into it. I decided to get rid of other businesses and other real estate properties that were just taking up a lot of my time, a lot of headaches, to be able to spend more time with my kids and to be able to put more time into Ambit. I have an amazing lifestyle now from Ambit Energy. I have my life back. I'm able to see my kids whenever I want instead of 20 minutes a day. It's a great opportunity. Everything is a place here for you to step into this business and run with it. So please, just take a closer look at Ambit. And you're going to see something today. Ambit's almost an 8-year-old company. In 8 years, they have not done a promotion that you are actually going to see today in this presentation. I haven't seen it in my 6 years, and it hasn't been announced in 8 years. So halfway through, you're going to see a promotion that we have never done before in the company history. So stay tuned. Why is Ambit the right choice? Well, we were founded in 2006 by Jerry Thompson and Chris Chambliss. Jerry on the right. I'll give you his background. Jerry comes from a great family background in business. His family actually started 7-Eleven. They started 7-Eleven from one store and grew to over 50,000 locations. So Jerry does know something about business. Chris Chambliss to the left is our Chief Marketing Officer. Now, Chris, this isn't his first company. He's been with another company back in the 90s called Excel Telecommunications. Chris Chambliss helped that company become a billion-dollar company in under 7 years. If you look at the bottom of our screen, Chris also helped Ambit become a billion-dollar company in under 7 years. There are only a handful of companies in world history that have done that, and companies like Facebook and Google and Groupon, but yet Chris has helped 2 separate companies get to $1 billion in just under 7 years. Ambit won a lot of awards, really just too many to list. We're right now currently the 12th largest direct selling company in the world, and we're only 8 years in business. We're the #1 direct seller of energy in the world. J.D. Power & Associates voted us #1 energy company in multiple states. And in 2010, Inc. magazine voted Ambit the #1 fastest growing company in North America, and we were only in 3 states, Texas, New York, and Illinois. A wave is coming. We'll talk today about energy deregulation. So for the first time in USA history, energy monopolies are being broken up. Customers do have a right to choose where they get their power from. And the timing of this is absolutely perfect. Why do I say that? Here's a map of the United States. You see there's dark gray and there's light gray shaded states. The government has to go into each state one at a time to break up these big monopoly companies. So currently there are 28 dark gray states that are in different phases of deregulation. Ambit is currently in 14 states. 14 states we're in. And if you see most of them, Northeast, we go from California, Texas, and then Chicago, and all over the Northeast. So we're in 14 states, and in these areas, we have less than 3% of the customers. What does that mean? 97% of the houses and businesses around you do not have Ambit service yet. So there is so much room for growth, so much potential in those 14 states. That gets me excited, but what really gets me excited is the other 36 gray states that we haven't even touched yet. And eventually this will go to Canada, we believe, to Europe, Australia, and it'll start going all over the world. So that's why I say the timing is absolutely perfect. How does this all work? Now, you might recognize some of the companies at the bottom of the screen. These are the former monopolies. These companies have had monopolies ever since they've been in existence. So for an example, I live in the New York City area. We have Con Edison. So Con Edison, for years, for over 100 years, they had a monopoly, and this goes the same for no matter what company you have. In the past, these companies used to have their own generation plants where they would generate power. Then they would take that same power and they would deliver it through telephone poles and wires and pipes. They would deliver it to the end user, which is the house or the business customer. So in the past, these monopolies used to make money on the generation side and on the delivery side. But through deregulation laws, that has all changed. The government has forced these companies out of the generation business. So they are no longer generating power. They are no longer allowed by law to make a profit on the generation. Yes, they still remain your delivery company. That is not going to change. The company that's been delivering your power and sending you the bill for the past year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, that will remain exactly the same. All you're doing is you're choosing Ambit Energy as your energy retail provider. Talk about our service now. Why did this make sense to me when I was already working 100 hours a week with no free time? Because everybody I know uses electricity and gas 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We use it and we don't even know we're using it. You know, right now you might be sitting at home or you might be at work, but your refrigerator is constantly plugged in. Your alarm clocks are constantly plugged in. That means that electric meter is spinning 24 hours a day. So everybody uses our product, especially now in the winter months. Everybody has heat on in their house. So there's no cost to become a customer. Nothing changes for the customer at all. You still get billed and serviced by the same exact company. Now, a lot of people ask me this question. You know, if I do this, is my energy company going to be okay with it? So rather than me telling you, I actually took something from Con Edison's website. This is the energy company in New York City, and this goes the same for no matter what company you use. And here's what it says. Is Con Edison okay with me buying electricity and gas from other suppliers? Con Ed's primary business role is delivery, and ESCO, which means Energy Supply Company, are in the business of supply. Even after you choose a supply company, Con Edison will still be there to read your meter, handle service calls, and provide you emergency assistance. You will still receive the same safe and reliable service that you come to expect. So these energy companies are telling you that they are okay if you choose a different supply company. A lot of them tell you on the bill that you can choose a supply company to save money and get other benefits. The bill still comes from the same company. As you see here, Con Edison at the top left of the bill. The same name is on the bill, the same account number, but all it is Ambit now becomes a supply company. And your house now, if you haven't chosen a supplier yet, the power that's in your house is not coming from the same company that's delivering it to you. They're actually buying it on the open market from other energy sources, other energy suppliers, other energy companies. You're just telling your company that you'd like to buy it from Ambit, and you'll see some of the benefits in a minute why someone might go out there and choose Ambit Energy as the supplier. So everything remains exactly the same. Down at the bottom, you heard how many different businesses I've had in the past, from ice cream to mortgages to real estate. Why I love Ambit? There are no deliveries. There are no inventories. There's no collections. And my biggest problem was dealing with employees. There are no employees with Ambit Energy. These are some great things that Ambit has to offer. I'm doing this presentation now, and I usually work, out of my house. I don't have to have a storefront and pay overhead or anything like that. It's an amazing company. Great savings, competitive rates. Ambit does great things for our customers. We have over 1.2 million customers. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. J.D. Power and Associates voted us #1 energy company in multiple states. In a lot of our states and markets, we have guaranteed savings in writing for our customers. Satisfaction guarantee. We also offer Green E products. Now, every single customer gets a welcome gift for enrolling. So let's say you go to your next door neighbor, Mary, and you show Mary how she could save some money on her electric bill. Ambit's going to provide you with a website. You go to your website, you type in Mary's name, her address, her account number, her phone number, her email. You hit submit. Mary becomes a customer. Now she starts saving money. As a thank you, Ambit's going to give Mary a free welcome gift. We give every customer a 3-day, 2-night hotel package to over 20 locations throughout the United States. It's a 3 or 4-star hotel that you could choose, as a thank you from Ambit. Ambit also gives you monthly travel reward points. So basically, the more electric you use, the more gas you use, you're saving money, but you're earning reward points. You can redeem those reward points for different vacation packages, 4 days in Orlando, 4 days in Vegas, Cancun trips. So just by paying a bill you have to pay anyway at a cheaper price, you're actually earning reward points for travel. Now, every single customer earns a free website. So you got your next door neighbor Mary to become a customer. We give Mary her own free website, like you see here on the screen. So let's say Mary's happy. She goes home that night and calls her mom. Hey, Mom, guess what? I'm saving money on my electric bill and my gas bill. And the company gave me a free 2-night hotel package. Well, that's great, Mary. Can I take advantage? Yes, you can, Mom. Now, if Mary goes to her site and clicks on that Sign Up Now button that you see there and signs up Mom as a customer, Mom is going to start saving money. Mom is now going to get a 2-night hotel package. But if Mary goes out there and refers 4 more people for a total of 5, she is now going to get one of those better travel packages like I spoke to you about, the 4-day trip to Orlando, Florida, Cancun, for referring 5 people. In a moment, I'm going to go to the second part of this, that if you decide to join us in business, you would get paid every month on Mary, who's your next door neighbor, and you would get paid on the 5 referrals of people that Mary referred that you probably do not know. I'm going to take this one step further. Ambit Energy has what's called a free energy program. Let me explain how it works. Mary becomes a customer for free. Anybody become a customer for free, for no cost, no contract, no cancellation. That customer goes out there and refers 15 people through their website. Ambit is now going to give you a free energy credit on your bill. Not 1 month, but every single month. Let me explain. Here is a sample bill. This person is somebody who lives in the Pennsylvania market. They have PP&L as their energy company. Now, every single bill is broken down into 2 parts. There's always delivery, which is there's delivery charges, and then there's generation or supply charges. Now, if you look at this person's bill, you see here it says PP&L electric utility charges $68.55. That's for PP&L to deliver the power to your house. And guys, this goes the same for no matter what energy company you use. Every bill is broken down into 2 sections, generation and delivery. But if you see there below it, total Ambit charges 0. So that person paid nothing for their supply. Let me show you the back of the bill. As you see here, there are 2 sections. Highlighted, you see the generation charges for Ambit, and below that, you see the distribution or delivery charges for PP&L or any energy company. So the delivery charges was $68. But if you look, it says charges for Ambit, right? It says the charges should have been $89 and $54, but because this customer referred 15 people, Ambit gives him a customer referral credit for free energy on his bill. So that $89 and the $54 should have come to $143, but because this person referred 15 people, they got a credit minus $143, and it got balanced out to 0. Ambit takes the average of the 15 people referral supply charges, they add them up, they divide by 15, whatever that average is, they will give you up to the amount of your supply charge. They will not give you more than a supply charge, but in this case, they paid the entire $143, and he had a total Ambit charge of 0. If your 15 referrals come to, let's say, $100, it would say 143 minus 100, and your supply charge would be $43. But in this customer's case, he gets $143 a month. Times that by 12 months, it's almost $1,700 a year in free energy for referring 15 customers one time. I referred my 15 customers over 6 years ago, and I've been getting free gas and free electric ever since. So it's worth it to do a couple hours of work to get free energy month after month, year after year. Now I want to talk to you about the opportunity side of Ambit. So far I showed you about the company. I showed you how we save customers money. I showed you the free energy program. Now I want to show you how you could start a business from the comfort of your own home. Ambit is an 8-year-old company, and for the past 8 years, Ambit has had a lot of success, becoming a $1.5 billion company. And for the past 8 years, there's always been a startup cost in Ambit. And that cost has always been $429 to start your own business. Now, that cost was never reduced ever in 8 years. Ambit had almost 300,000 people join as consultants, paying a $429 investment. We had a convention that took place in early 2015, and Ambit made an announcement at the convention that they actually waived that cost for a certain time period. So for a certain time period, there was nothing to get started. It was an open enrollment period where you can join the Ambit business for free. Ambit had a lot of success with that, but it couldn't last forever. Right now, you could actually get your Ambit business started for $75 up until May 8th of 2015. So instead of paying $429 like I did, you could start your own energy business for $75, which goes on a credit card or a debit card. Here is what it looks like. After May 8th, it'll go up to $150, and then from there it'll jump up to $300, and eventually it'll go back up to $429. So right now, I would recommend getting started in Ambit for $75 before May 8th, before it jumps up to $150. Your only out-of-pocket expense is $24.95 per month. What do you get? You get a whole suite of websites. Now, when I seen the presentation with Ambit 6 years ago, I didn't see a PowerPoint presentation. I went on somebody's website, like you see here at the bottom left, and I watched a video presentation. You get your own personalized website with your name on it and your phone number. It does an entire presentation for you in English and in Spanish. You get a customer website, like you see in the middle, and something down at the bottom right, something called Power Zone that tracks your entire business. Every customer you have, every consultant, it tracks it all. Your bonuses, your commissions in real time. There's training videos, there's flyers in there you can print out, everything for just $24.95 per month. So imagine being able to start a business for less than $100. Benefits of owning your own business. I love the top thing, flexible schedule. 99% of people that start Ambit start on a part-time basis. I can't tell you how many doctors, lawyers, surgeons, cops, firemen, nurses, you name it, they're doing it. College students, high school students. You know, you create your own schedule. You work Ambit whenever you want to work it. Incredible tax benefits. We get paid $10.99, so you get the same tax advantages as if you were a small business owner. And unlimited income potential. There is no cap on how much money you can make here in Ambit. We do two things in Ambit. We gather a handful of loyal customers, people we know, love, and trust. How big is my handful? It's not impressive. I've been doing this over 6 years. I pretty much do this full force. I do pretty well with Ambit. I support my family, and I only have 24 customers. 24. Who are they? My house for electric and gas, my parents, my sisters, some friends, some family, some neighbors. 24. The most customers you need in your entire career in Ambit is just 20, so I'm actually overqualified. You can get more like I did, but the most you need is 20. So you're probably thinking, how does this guy, make a living on 20 customers? We get to go out there and help others do the exact same thing. So we're not going to ask you to go out there and get 100 customers, not even 50. The most customers you need in your business is 20. How do I get paid? Now, someone thought highly enough of you to invite you on today to look at this presentation. If you decide that you want to join them in business, that person does not make any money when you sign up. They make money when you get your first paycheck. So they have a financial interest to go out there and help you do this, and so do other people in Ambit Energy as well. When you get your first check is when they get their first check. If your checks increase, their checks increase. So obviously people are going to want to go out there and help you every single step of the way. How do you get your first check? Well, Ambit says that if you go out there and get 5 customers, 5 people to save money, if you do that within 4 weeks or less, Ambit will give you your first bonus of $100. This is a one-time bonus. Ambit says that just by activating your website, they're going to give you your first 2 customer points for free. So instead of having to get 5 customers, now you only need 3 customers. If you live in one of Ambit's 14 states, your house can become your own first customer. With some coaching and some training, you get a neighbor and you get, let's say, a coworker. You have 3 people save money, and you just made your first bonus of $100. During the current promotion, if you go out there and gather 2 customers within 4 weeks or less, Ambit is going to give you an extra $100 bonus. So now you got your house and 4 other customers for a total of 5 customers, 5 people saving money, and you just made $200 on your $99 investment. If you go out there and get 3 more customers in 8 weeks or less, Ambit will give you another $100. So now you made $300 on gathering 8 customers. If you go out there and gather more customers, Ambit will pay up to $500 in bonuses just by going out there and gathering customers. At this point, you invested $75 to get started. You invested $24.95 for your first month's website. If you go out there and gather customers, you can make $500 in bonuses. At that point, you made about 5 times your investment. You have free electricity, free gas if you have it in your area. You have tax benefits because now you're in business with Ambit. And I'm going to show you in a minute, most importantly, you're going to start getting paid every month. When your house and these other business and residential customers start paying their energy bill, you're going to start getting paid month after month after month. Next, we want to help you get promoted. Why? Every time you get promoted, you get a pay increase. So how do you get promoted? Well, the first step is to go out there and get 5 customers. We already did that. The second step is you want to go out there and share this opportunity with people. Now, you're looking at a video presentation, which is a PowerPoint that I recorded. This presentation will be available for you to go out there and show people by sending them to www.ambitenergypromotion.com. You could use the same website to help build your business. Ambit gives you your own personalized website to show the presentation. You have DVDs with the presentation. There are multiple ways to show it. So now you want to go out there and work on the second part, which is 2. You want to go out there and find 2 people who want to join you in business. So the first person, let's say, is John. You sit down and you show John a video on your website. John says, "This is great. I want to get started." When John gets 5 customers, he makes a $100 bonus. You make a matching $100. Then tomorrow you sit down on your lunch break and you show Tom the same presentation that you're looking at right now, ambitenergypromotion.com. I do the presentation for you. Tom says, "I want to get started." When Tom gathers 5 customers, he makes a $100 bonus. You make a matching $100. What happens now? John and Tom are going to start doing the same thing. We're going to give them some coaching and some training. They're going to go out there and start showing people that you probably don't know. And now you're going to start building a team. That's where the 6 comes into play. So you want to get 5 personal customers, a minimum of 2 people to join you in business that you know, and a team of 6. So once you get a team of 6, you now become what's called a regional consultant. As a regional consultant, doing the same exact thing, but now you're making a little bit more money. Now as a regional, you go out there and you find Mary and you find Michelle. When Mary and Michelle join your regional group, instead of getting $100, you get $155 when they join your regional group and gather 5 customers. But now watch how this works. Mary lives right in, let's say, in New York. But Mary knows somebody who lives in New Jersey, who has a cousin who's in Connecticut, who has a friend who's in Massachusetts, who has a sister who lives in Rhode Island, who knows somebody from college who lives in Maine, and then somebody in California and Texas and Chicago and Maryland. You're getting paid $55 to unlimited levels in your regional group when people join as consultants and gather 5 customers. Now, I mentioned to you earlier that the most customers you need in your business is 20. So you're going to get paid. You'll see in a few slides, you're going to get paid every month on your 20 customers. But when Mary gets 20, now you're getting paid on 40. When Michelle gets 20, now you're getting paid on 60 and 80 and 100. 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, and so on. This is how you start getting paid on hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of customers, and you only have a handful of family and friends, 20 yourself. Now, once you get a total of 18 people in your regional group, you now become what's called a senior consultant. As a senior consultant, you start making more money. Now you're making up to $235 on anybody you personally bring into your senior group who gathers 5 customers, and up to $135 to unlimited levels. So how do you promote as a senior? I love Ambit's compensation plan because it's always about helping the next person. So as a senior consultant, you want to go out there and help 5 people in your senior group become senior consultants. So it could be John, it could be Mary, it could be Tom, it could be Michelle, it could be Jennifer. Help 5 people in that senior group become seniors, and now you become what's called an executive consultant. Now the bonuses are even higher, $315 and $215 to unlimited levels. How do you promote as an executive? You have to get to the level of executive first and then help 5 people in your executive group become executives. And now guess what? You reach national consultant, the top position in the company. And the bonuses, again, get even higher. $340 on anybody you personally sponsor and $240 to unlimited levels. As your business starts growing and developing, Ambit's going to start paying you more and more money as you go. But you see all these consultants, All these consultants are going to be in all different cities, all different states around the country, but everybody is gathering handfuls of customers. So people are gathering 10, 20, 30 customers, and you can clearly see how your customer count is going to start growing and growing and growing. Now, this money that I'm showing you right now, these are bonuses. These bonuses come weekly when people join your organization and gather customers. This is good money, but this is not why I joined Ambit. See, in life, there are mainly two ways that most people in America earn money. The main way is called linear income. Linear income is where you go out there and you work for a job and you work 40 hours a week. They're going to pay you for working 40 hours. But if you don't go to work, you don't get paid. You know, you're trading your time for money. You know, I was in the mortgage business for a while, and mortgages were great at times, but I always had to keep finding the next mortgage client. I did a mortgage, I got a nice commission. No mortgages, no commission. You know, I owned ice cream stores, ice cream franchises, and that's what I knew. You know, I went to school and I was taught in school to go out there and get a job, but I didn't want to work for nobody, so I ended up becoming a small business owner. So most people in America either have a job or they're small business owners. There's another way that a very small percentage of Americans get paid. It's something called residual income. Residual income is something I never had before. I didn't learn about it in school. My parents never taught it to me. Who gets residual? Singers, songwriters, rappers, rock stars. They go out there, they create a hit song. Every time that song plays on the radio, they get paid. Every time someone downloads it on iTunes or buys a CD or an album, they get paid. You look at people like Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson. These people haven't been with us in years, but yet their family and their trust get paid for things that they've done decades ago. Who else gets residuals? An author of a book. An author goes out there, writes one book. If that book sells 1 million copies, they get paid on all 1 million copies. Now I want to show you how you become a rock star in the energy business. In Ambit, we get paid 7 levels. So this is you right here. We get paid 7 levels below that. MCs are called marketing consultants. That's what I am, and that's what you would become. So let's say you go out there and you find 3 marketing consultants, 3 people who want to make money and join you in business. We're going to call these 3 people John, Tom, and Mary. These are 3 people that you know. So let's say John finds 3 people who live in New Jersey. Tom finds 3 people who live in New York. And Mary finds 3 people who live in Connecticut. You now have 9 strangers that you do not know on your second level helping you build a business. If those 9 people go out there and find 3 people apiece, you have 27 people that you don't know in your business. And eventually it keeps duplicating. You eventually have over 3,000 consultants in your business, and it all came from knowing just 3 people. This is a perfect illustration if everybody got 3 people apiece. Now, I mentioned to you earlier that the most customers that you need in your business is 20. So let's say you go out there and you gather 20 customers yourself, but everybody else does half the work. Everybody else just gathers 10 customers apiece. So Tom gets 10, John gets 10, Mary gets 10. So not only are you going to get paid on your 20 customers, but you're going to get paid on their 30 customers. And eventually you'll have over 32,000 customers in your organization that every month those 32,000 people, use electricity and gas. They get a meter reading, they get a bill, they pay that bill. The 15th of the following month, if your organization looked like this chart here, you would get paid $39,000 a month in residual, recurring, rockstar income every single month on the 15th. Month after month after month after month. You only have 20 customers yourself. You have 3,200 consultants who gathered 10 customers apiece. You have 3,200 customers in your organization, like you see here, that would pay you $39,000 a month. Guys, this is pretty much a perfect illustration. Not everybody's going to get 3 consultants apiece. Not everybody's going to gather 10 customers or more. So let's chop it down even further. Let's say everybody only gathered 3 customers apiece. So John got 3, Tom got 3, Mary got 3. You have 9,800 customers that would pay you $11,000 a month in residual income. That's not bad. That's over $130,000 a year in residual income from people paying an electricity and gas bill. Now, if you look in the customer column, see how the numbers go from 9 to 27 to 81, then all of a sudden there's 6,000 level 7. So the numbers get bigger and bigger and bigger. That's the power of exponential growth. So if there's 6,000 customers on level 7, how many do you expect to be on level 8 or level 10 or level 15 or 20? The numbers get bigger and bigger and bigger. Here's the power of Ambit. Once you become a regional consultant, you are going to get an additional 25 cents per customer per month on top of levels 1 through 7 and then levels 8 through infinity. You might be saying, well, Mike, it's only a quarter. How much money could you make off a quarter? Well, let me show you. If you had 9,800 customers in your regional group and you got paid an extra quarter on those customers, think about it, guys. That's almost $2,500 a month from one quarter. That's almost $30,000 a year from one quarter on 9,800 customers that come into your regional group. But the best part is that goes from levels 1 through 7 and then levels 8 to infinity. As a senior consultant, up to 50 cents a customer. As an executive, up to 75 cents. As a national consultant, up to $1 per customer per month to unlimited levels. In my opinion, when your business gets going and gets established, this one slide here alone will probably pay you more money than all the other slides that I showed you so far today. Why? You're going to have teams of consultants in all different cities, all different states around the country, and you're picking up an extra quarter, an extra 75 cents, an extra 50 cents, an extra $1 on customers to unlimited levels. Why this works, it's a service, not a product. So I mentioned to you earlier that I was a very quiet, shy person. Never did sales before in my life. I was a hard-working person. I was more of just a numbers guy who worked hard. Never did sales. You know, if I had to go out there and try to sell people a product, first of all, I never would have done the business, and I wouldn't have been good at it. It just wasn't me. I didn't feel comfortable doing that. Why this made sense to me? Every single person I know uses electricity and gas. They use it every single day. It's the first bill that they pay. I've always been a caring and giving person. I like helping people. So when I seen this opportunity that I can go out there and help people save money on their gas bill and electric bill, help them get it for free, something they're already paying, it made perfect sense to me, and I didn't have to become a salesman to do it. Power of part-time. You heard my story earlier. I used to work over 100 hours a week. I ran multiple different businesses, had a lot of real estate, had a lot of stuff on my plate, but yet I found time to do it. I didn't put much time in the beginning, but it was a handful of hours a week whenever I was able to find some time. I did Ambit in between mortgage appointments. I did it driving to and from the office or my store. But what was I doing? I wasn't giving presentations. I was afraid to do that. I was getting people to watch a 20-minute video on my website or showing someone a DVD. So I did it very part-time. Lucrative compensation plan. I showed you the numbers. I showed you the money. It's about how much you want to go out there and get. Perfect timing. I don't think the timing could get any better than this. You know, when I started this business 6 years ago, Ambit wasn't proven like it is now. We were only in a couple states. Ambit right now is in 14 states. We now deal with electricity and gas in most states. We now have residential and commercial we offer customers. You know, we have a free energy program. A lot of that stuff we didn't have when I first got started. We're in 14 states with less than 3% market share. So be happy you're seeing it now in 2015 as we're only in 14 states and getting ready to roll out more. Or you can come back here in 2025 when Ambit's in maybe 40, 45 states saying, man, I should have listened to that guy 10 years ago. Everything in life is all about timing. And I truly believe you're at the right place at the right time looking at this opportunity. Everything is in place. We have a proven system that works. Ambit is a franchise-like business. I've been in the franchise world pretty much all of my adult life, and Ambit is the same thing. Ambit is a franchise-like business. If you follow the system, it works. If you follow it, it works. I don't care your age. I don't care your background. If you are humble and coachable and you can follow a simple system and can commit a handful of hours a week consistently, anybody can do this business because the system is in place. You look at any other franchise-type business out there, they all have systems, and Ambit is no different. We have a system in place, and the system works. We are proven we're a $1.5 billion company in just 8 years in business, so it's working. At this point in time, I would tell you definitely get back to the person that invited you on here to look at this presentation. And let that person know your decision either way. I hope that you see with me and 300,000 other people seeing with this opportunity and decide you want to get your business started today. In my opinion, it is that good of a business. Get back to them, get your business started. Within 5 minutes from now, you could be up and running. Your website's going to be up and running. You could start showing presentations immediately, start gathering customers, start getting training, and start making money right away. If Ambit's not for you, just let them know it's not for you, but I would definitely recommend becoming a customer. In my opinion, it makes all the sense in the world to become a customer. You know, there's no downside. You're going to save some money. You have the chance to go out there and get free travel, get free energy for becoming a customer. But I do hope that you see what the rest of us see and want to get your business started. It's $75 to get your business going tonight. Get it in, start making money right away. Feel free to use my website, ambitenergypromotion.com, to show this presentation while the promotion is going on. But there's so many people that are out there that are willing to help you every single step of the way in this business. That's the great thing about it. We work with you. We work together. My name is Mike Obay, National Consultant with Ambit Energy. I look forward to maybe meeting you or talking to you one day. Have a great day, and wish you the best of luck, whatever decision you make. Thank you very much.